Hi, I'm Tafil with Domaine Wine Distributors, and you're at our warehouse, which is also the home of Wine Maniacs. We have an event today, and the event is wine and chocolate. We've got chocolates from Carl Vivier with a cacao affair. But before we get into that, I want to show you the business end of Domaine Wine Distributors. So I'm going to take you now to our warehouse and sort of show you where we store the wine. So let's start back here. Now, not only does Domaine Wine Distributors have wine, but we also do beer and we also do liquors. So these are our two vodkas that we have. This is all the distilled spirits that we carry. Also back here are our California wines. We actually have two producers, La Viña and Derby, both from Paso Robles. So they're big, sturdy, great, strong wines. We have wine tasting kits. You can see a lot of this is storage space that we use for coolers and other things like that. Let's move into the next room. Spanish wines here. So we have Ribera del Duero, and we've got Castilla. We have some more Ribera del Duero, Priorat in the corner, so all of our Spanish wines are together. And then the other two countries that we get wines from in Europe are in here. So we have France and Italy in this room. Now the boxes look sort of low. We just got a shipment in, so we're busy taking that shipment from our importers and bringing it into our warehouse. But we've got about, I'd say 60 to 70 wines now. We've really grown. So new wines from southern Italy and a huge increase in the number of wines from France. These are going to be some real crowd pleasers, Bacchus and finally some Rieslings from Alsace. So these are going to be great additions to our portfolio. Now, I want you to follow me back to where we were before, and let's take a look at the wine and chocolate tasting. So this is the room where we're going to be doing the wine and chocolate tastings. The chocolates come from a cacao affair. Carl Vivier is the master chocolatier that makes these incredible creations. We're doing this event for our retailers. So this is an event where we've invited our retailers to come into the warehouse that they can sample wines and chocolates. Let me show you some of these pairings. Now we'll get into the details of the pairings later, but we've got a white from southern France with this delicious chocolate that's going to feature Granny Smith apples. We've got a rosé from Southern California that's going to have, which I can't wait to taste, strawberry and bell pepper jelly. We've got 1270, which is an amazing wine from Priorat, Spain. And this is going to have fennel pollen and oat and violets and blackberries. We've got Ribera del Duero represented, and this is blackberry and rosemary ganache and Angostura bitters. We've got a Gewürztraminer here, and Gewürztraminer is very floral. So this is going to have raspberries with violets and honey. We've got one more over here that I have to show you. This is from southern France. This is Domaine de Bergerolles. This is Noblesse Oblige. This chocolate is going to be incredible. It's actually got infused peppered pancetta in it. And if you really want to enjoy a wine with a great glass, check out these 12 Obsession glasses. This is what makes a great wine great. So I know we're going to do some more stuff while everything's going on in here, but I wanted to give you an idea of how we're going to start, and I'll see you in a few minutes. I'd like for you all to meet Carl Vivier. He is the master chocolatier with a cacao affair, and he has created some incredible chocolates for this wine and chocolate tasting. He is going to give you a rundown of all the different flavors he's added to the chocolates.
So we're going to start with the first wine, the La Verde. So we have a Granny Smith apple compote with a hint of cinnamon and the milk and honey lime zest ganache. We went a little bit further than what we usually go with the chocolate. I'm going to show you, explain you what we did. We're going to start with the first chocolate, La Verde wine. We have a Granny Smith apple compote with a hint of cinnamon and a milk and honey lime zest ganache. That's going to bring back the I would say the acidity of the wine, a little bit toned down, but very nice pairing. On the second one, we have the rosé. So this one is going to be very, very interesting because we have a strawberry and bell pepper jam with a strawberry ganache with herbe de Provence and a hint of white pepper. So this one is going to be definitely a good one to see how it bears. The third one, the 1270, one of my favorite wines. We have a blackberry and violet dark chocolate ganache with toasted oat and olive and black olive. So we have some sweet and salty and a little bit of phenolphthalein, very, very fragrant. On the fourth wine, the Sanquerce, so we have a blackberry and rosemary ganache, a little bit of port, a dash of Angostura bitter, and toasted marshmallow. So another one that's going to be very interesting. The fifth one is going to be the Gewürztraminer. So we have a sweet wine, so we don't want to have too much sweet, so we stay with a dark chocolate ganache and a dark chocolate shell. So we have a nice balance between everything. So we have a raspberry pâte de fruits with violet, honey, lychee and lemon ganache and a hint of lime zest. And then on the last pairing with the Noblesse Oblige, the wine from France, another very interesting wine. We have a butterscotch and blueberry ganache, infused peppered pancetta. So this one is going to be very, very, very interesting.